Hello and welcome to Looking for Love. I am Krista. I am neither a therapist nor a psychologist. And what I want to do on this channel is to share with millions of women around the world who find themselves in my predicament, spending their lives looking for love, what I have learned from my experience, what to do and what not to do in order to find the true love of a man and enjoy it for the rest of your life, be it within the sacred bonds of matrimony or otherwise. In this video, what we will look at is the mistake that millions of women make, which is to trade or barter sex for love. So in the 1990s, when I lived in New York and I was attending a 12-step program called Love Addicts Anonymous, a woman in her 50s confided that she always had sex at the first date in order to ensure that the man would ask her out again. Of course, I was horrified when I heard that. And I was thinking, what? But that's the one thing you should not do if you want him to ask you out again. He would lose all respect for you. Well, she sleeps with every man she meets, so she's a slut, and I'm not going to see her again. And then there is in fact, right now I know a woman in her 30s, very beautiful, well educated, and she also makes the mistake of having sex too soon with men she meets online. And now with dating sites, it's easier than ever for a woman to meet a man or a man to meet a woman. But then the men also know that they have millions of choices out there. So the 1960s sexual revolution did not serve women well. But that's a whole different subject. And then I know a 16-year-old girl whom I'm teaching, and she is unbelievably promiscuous. And being afraid of getting pregnant, she does what she told me the other girls in her high school are also doing, which is giving the boys oral sex. And yet this girl told me, she said, actually, I am looking for the same thing that you were, which is love. We are all looking for love. So this really touched my heart. And I explained to her that this is the worst way to go about looking for love. I mean, I told her, look, this is the worst thing you could do. The boys will just look upon you as a slut and as a whore. They might flatter you, they might tell you you are sexy, that you're hot, just to get what you want. But you'll never get love this way, even if you keep on doing this for the next 100 years. And I told her what Einstein said. I told her that Einstein said that the definition of insanity is to go on doing the same thing and expect a different result. And she nodded and she agreed. But this was months ago, and she's still continuing to do the same thing, still getting burnt, still getting used and dropped, because knowing is not change. Acting upon what you know is change. So here, once again, and the beautiful woman in her 30s also said that perhaps I've been getting involved sexually too soon. So they are beginning to see the light. I only hope that the 16-year-old doesn't continue making this mistake well into her 30s, 40s, and 50s. Now, talking of the sexual revolution, you know, now the moment you switch on your TV or watch a movie, there's always deep mouth kissing, there is copulation in bed, under the sheets, above the sheets, a sort of soft porn going on all the time. And this is not love. And it can never inspire love in a man for a woman if she is very easily sexually available. If you want to inspire love, see the film, read the books, of course, or preferably read the books, or at least see the films of Jane Austen, the BBC version of Pride and Prejudice. Remember that unexpected meeting at Pemberley where Darcy and Elizabeth Bennet suddenly see each other, and it's the last place in the world that he expected her to be after turning down his proposal. And she sees him first and she says, "Mr. Darcy." And he says, "Miss Bennet." And there is more passion in their saying each other's names than in all the deep mouth kissing and all the copulation in the world. Again, if you want to see passion, see Jane Eyre. So you see, true love is an entirely different thing from sex. And if a man cannot love you for who you are, he can never love you. No matter how much sex you offer him, no matter how good you are in bed, that will not inspire love. That will only inspire lust. And you'll end up getting more sex than you ever wanted. And the men will say, "Well, she offered sex, I took it." And then, they leave. So at least they got something. But the woman got nothing because she wanted love and she traded sex in the hope that love would come. If he doesn't fall in love with you before you have sex, he won't ever fall in love with you. So if you're looking for love, please don't offer or barter sex in return. It is like advertising one product and selling another. You're advertising sex when what you really want and are seeking is love. In the same way, if a boy, especially if you're like that 16-year-old, and the 16-year-old boys tell you you're hot, you're sexy, just to, encourage you to gratify them, then remember, if you owned a house and somebody said, "Oh, I like your house," would you give him the key to your house? In the same way, just because someone says you're attractive doesn't mean that you have to offer them sex as a reward. So in this video, we saw that you will not find love if you offer sex in exchange for love. Let him get to know you first. Let him fall in love with you and have sexual relations or consummate his love for you and your love for him only when you are sure that he truly loves you. Now, if you wait for a long time, it is possible that he may leave, but at least you will have kept your self-respect. He has left, but you lost him, but you preserved your self-respect. So the only way to inspire emotional passion and true love in a man is not to go too hastily towards sex. Thank you very much for watching. I look forward to your comments, and if you like this video, please subscribe. This is the first video that I have uploaded on my channel. So, thank you very much, and until next time.